Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video, point 0.50. I have here a copy of one of my favorite video games, Fallout New Vegas. I made reference to this game's, it's a Fallout series a couple of times on my channel. In this game, there's a DLC called Honest Hearts. It takes you to Zion National Park in Utah, where you follow the exploits of the character named Joshua Graham, aka the Burn Man, and his quest to protect the tribe that is under his supervision from outside aggressing tribes. Yeah, it's funny because in that DLC, he's known for carrying a 1911. 1911 is very popular in that DLC, and you bring it on to the main part of the game. But there are various other weapons in that game as well. Now, there's a character you don't meet, but you do find his journal entries in many caves throughout the map. The character's name is Randall Dean Clark. It's a story of this former U.S. Army soldier who was stationed in Canada. He was a checkpoint guard, and he survived the bombs that were dropped in the U.S. In the state of Utah. He lost his family in Salt Lake City, to which he had to flee to Zion National Park, where he spent like roughly 36 years, if I'm not mistaken. And the journal entries talk about how he survived, how he fed himself, how he staved off radiation, how he interacted with new people that came to the park to stay for refuge. He talked about a campaign that he waged, a single man campaign he waged against a group of, I think, like 75, 70, I think several scores of cannibals that attacked some of the refugees that he's encountered, that he's helped. He talks about how he tried to start a new family, but that didn't go so well. And he talks about how in his later years, how he helped a group of children turn Zion National Park into their new home, and he left them several caches of books and vast wealths of knowledge about how to survive, and said he was going to look out for them after he's long and gone. They call him the Father in the Cave. Now, when you find his corpse, it's in the area in the map called the Red Gate, and inside his duffel bag, he has a unique variant of the service rifle. Service rifle is basically a AR-15 with wood furniture. It looks pretty nice, but his rifle is called the Survivalist rifle. And what's unique about his gun is, remember, as I said before, he manned checkpoints in Canada. He has a checkpoint carbine, and his carbine is chambered in 12.7 millimeter. And on the game, that's the cartridge they have in the game. But if you know your math, your ballistics, you're into firearms like I am. 12.7 millimeter is 50 caliber. He had a 50 caliber AR-15. It had wood furniture. And his gun was unique. It had he was missing the rear sight in his carry handle. The arbiter sight broke off, and his front sight was bent. So you had to use the tip of the right side of the sight as your point of aim. Let's see what else. It had on the wooden stock. It had arrêt, which is French for stop, carved on the right side, and stop carved on the left side. Because he was in a bilingual area, he had to be able to flag down people who spoke different languages. It had no muzzle brake. The forearm was mismatched. The wood from the forearm was mismatched because I guess the original forearm broke off at some point, so he made his own, and it's held on together by 2 pipe clamps. And I gotta tell you, that's one of the most badass rifles I've used in that game. It was a very cool thing to see. And actually, I found out that it was based off of the 50 caliber Beowulf, which is an actual platform you can put on your AR-15. And I said someday I'm going to own that rifle. I thought it was so badass in the game. I wanted to own it of my own. Well, I bought the game back in 2011. Ta-da! If you remember the upper I got a while back, remember the stock I wanted to sell. I intended on using it for this purpose. Now, fortunately, Midway.com, they had a sale on this upper, and I went ahead and took advantage of it. It has 16-inch barrel. It does not come with a dust cover, which is okay by me. Comes with a mid-length handguard, complete flat top on the front, in the back, and on the gas block. And this is a pretty neat looking gun. Show you the size difference between 50 Beowulf and 5.56. So it's your standard 5.56 55 grain cartridge, and this is 50 Beowulf. This is a 335 grain bullet. Yeah, it's quite a size difference. It's just about 2 times the size of this. It has a rebated base. So the base is kind of like a 7.60 by 39, but then it comes out to being a much bigger case for the rest. Towards the rest of the case body. It has a 50 caliber bullet in it. This upper came with 1 7-round mag. I got it loaded up right now. Now it was very interesting was when I read on the box of Alexander Arms, it says Innovation Unleashed. With a 0.5-inch projectile and cartridge, the 50 Beowulf unleashes absolutely devastating stopping power at short to moderate ranges. Heavy, large diameter bullets and moderate velocities enable the 50 Beowulf to tackle the largest game animals in most demanding tactical situations. This is where it gets good. From harvesting elk, buffalo, and bear to disabling motor vehicles and armored assailants in urban environments, the 50 Beowulf is a force to be reckoned with. I love this country. These Bill Alexander, I think he designed these. He designed this cartridge in Virginia several years ago, and it was, it was used essentially for checkpoints and for big game hunting. I've seen some photos of people hunt deer with this cartridge. They come in FMJs and JHPs. So it's pretty. So I guess it's somewhat versatile. Now another reason why I wanted to get this is because, like I said, in the game you can reload. And you can reload ammunition to Fallout New Vegas, and I thought that was so interesting that I decided, I think this thing would be a very interesting cartridge to do reloading for. I'll include the link from Alexander Arms, their the reloading data they have available on their website. A powder I found on their website I went ahead and bought today was Hogden Little Gun, and it's funny, it's a shotgun powder. But if you see my previous reloading videos, you notice that I use Hogden Long Shot, which is another shotgun powder for reloading my 45 ACPs. So I hope to do a reloading video sometime in the near future. Also do a shooting video where I go to outdoor. I have to go to an outdoor range. I can't shoot this thing in the indoor range. It'll tear their berm up. Go to outdoor range. Show a little bit of footage of me shooting this. I read that the recoil is similar to 20 gauge slug. But yeah, so finally got one. Can't wait to see. This would be a very interesting project, and this will be another project I'm gonna work on. I want to try to turn this into somewhat like the gun from the game. The big thing was the gun, the Survivalist rifle in the game had wood furniture. Now, the biggest challenge is finding mid-length wooden handguards. So I know this sells. I've seen stocks and grips that were wooden, but that mid-length handguard is gonna be probably the trickiest part of the project. Also, want to get my standard carry handle rear sight and somewhat A2 front sight style for this gas block. But I think it'd be a pretty cool project to work on. What do you guys think? Any 50 caliber Beowulf owners out there who watch my videos? I'd like to hear your input. Any tips you may have for someone getting into the this new rifle platform. Be happy to hear your thoughts, read your comments, see what information you have to share. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM or leave a comment in the comment section. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Really am looking forward to this project. 50 Beowulf. Well, that's my video. .50. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.